they're heading in the wrong direction. It's getting bad, and it's getting bad fast.
Well, without a doubt, Spain is getting old. And Xavi and Iniesta, although their play hasn't gone down that much, them, Casillas, Torres, David Villa, the former stars of this team, they're getting older. And it's really shown in their play. You bring in Diego Costa, who pretty much does nothing in the World Cup. He seems to be their only big bright spot right now, based on how well he's played with Chelsea as of late. However, Spain is definitely older. They're definitely getting worse. In a few years, are they going to get better? I think so. But they're going to have to wait till this cast of old players who are really decreasing in their quality of play to get out of Spain and bring in the new talent. It'll take some time, but for right now, I don't see any signs that they are getting much better. What do you think, Jake?
Yeah, this is going to be these are going to be some rebuilding years for Spain. I mean, if I'm Catalonia, I don't even want to be associated with this country anymore. The way they've played in international competition, it's really disappointing what they've done. They were so close to becoming one of the best sort of 3, 4, 5 year stretches in international soccer history. One of the best, not taking anything away from Brazil here. Overall, it's just disappointing. Age happens, and Father Time is finally grounded Spain at this point.
Yeah, it's really to be honest, like, and the thing is that when they have young players, they've got Deulofeu, they've got a lot of young players that should make an impact, but it seems like Del Bosque is convinced that older is the way to go right now, and I'm not sure that's going to work at this point. I think Xavi's fading. I think Iniesta, though he's great, his time is slowly dripping away. He's got to turn to younger players. That's why I like the decision to play Koke in this lineup. I think that's a great decision. But time is their enemy right now, and when you come off a World Cup, the country starts to expect things from you, and they better pull it together. Otherwise, we could have another Spanish uprising. Okay.
It seems like my internet connection is back. It was gone for a second. And for this next topic, I believe it is me, Jake, or Noah, if I'm correct.
Oh, it is for the if you want to talk about Spain, go ahead. Otherwise, we can move on. We seem to be having some issues with the internet. No, Byron is back again. Byron, you want to talk about Spain, or should we move on?
Well, I think it's basically the same deal with Spain. Like I said, they're getting older. Their cast of characters, you have to wait till they go out and bring in the young talent. But I think all that with Spain, that is pretty much it for now.
Okay, so we're going to move on. And, of course, Mourinho, always in the news, always controversy surrounding him. Well, they played Aston Villa over the weekend. And he tried to shake Paul Lambert's hand, Paul Lambert, by the way, is the manager of Aston Villa, as he went down the tunnel before the game ended. Roy Keane, one of the Manchester United greats, and assistant coach for Lambert, after the game came out and said that was disrespectful, and if he does it again, he's going to knock him out. So, opinion time. And we will start with Jake, because Jake's raising his hand and he seems excited to talk about this. Is Roy Keane right? Does Mourinho have to stop being arrogant? What has to change?
Here's what I think we need to do. Let's get Arsene Wenger some boxing gloves. Let's get Mourinho a stool, 2 stools, some platform shoes, and stilts to stand on. So that way, Mourinho will have a very bad position because Wenger will be able to give him a sock straight to the face. Dude needs to calm down. I mean, I saw that little, tussle between the two, and I didn't like what he did. But the more I'm hearing about Mourinho, gosh, what a... I'll keep it appropriate, not nice person, it seems. Have some class. Like, you're top of the table. Don't do that. You're going to jinx it. It's going to come back and bite you at some point. And I guarantee you they are going to be more motivated than ever the next time these two teams play, and that can be crucial because Aston Villa is higher up on the tables than people expected, and they demand respect from Chelsea. It's arrogant, it's ridiculous, and it's absolute nonsense. It's rubbish, as they would say in London. It's absolute rubbish.
Yeah, Byron, what do you think about this?
Well, we all know Mourinho is the chosen one, as we've said. But at the same time, it's an arrogant move. And I don't have a very strong opinion about this because I know that he's arrogant, he's extremely cocky, and he feels like, oh, our team's beat you, we might as well do it now so I can go back into the locker room and do something else that's more important than this game. However, at the same time, it's against sportsmanship. It's not classy at all. If you win, you should be showing class and not something cocky like that. I don't like it, and I think he owes an apology.
Yeah, here's what I have to say. Mourinho is probably one of, if not the most arrogant coach right now in soccer. He is the self-proclaimed chosen one or special one, whatever you want to call him, self-proclaimed. It's all in his head. And he comes in and says, I'm going to win you all these things. I'm going to do all this. Look, he hasn't pulled his weight. He comes into Real Madrid, he brings them a La Liga title, and he brings them a Copa del Rey. In 3 years, brought them 2 trophies. No Champions League titles, no nothing. And, I mean, it's understandable. You win La Liga, and you're supposed to be happy, but this is Real Madrid, one of the greatest clubs in soccer. You go and bring him a Copa del Rey. Those are different years. They didn't bring him in the same year. They lost to Barcelona most times when Mourinho... Yes, Jake.
Okay. I mean, look. You can still be bitter about Real Madrid's past successes, but what is he doing right now? Again, I don't want to...
No, but look what he did last year. Look what he did last year, though, Jake. Look what he did last year. What is he doing right now? He's 7 games in.
He's pulling his weight as of right now.
But
I'm not defending him, but you can't say he's not pulling his weight. Chelsea are by far the best team in the Premier League right now.
But that's not the point. Jake, pulling your own weight isn't determined by wins until you get... It's determined by trophies. You have to bring in trophies. Last year, they were struggling against a team like... He spends a lot of money. He spends a lot of money. And the fact that in his past 4 years, he's only brought in 2 trophies as the self-proclaimed best coach in the world... and has the arrogance and the guts to go around trying to shake people's hands, getting in people's faces. Look, if he wins a Champions League multiple times, you can understand him being arrogant, because obviously with wins comes a bit of arrogance. But you have to get trophies. 2 trophies in 4 years does not constitute the best coach. And the fact that he walks around thinking that he can shake people's hands before games are over, the game isn't over. After the game, that's a classy move to shake another coach's hand. Something Pep Guardiola doesn't understand. But you don't shake their hands before the game's over. It's just disrespectful. That shows no class, no respect for another coach. Frankly, I'm not surprised. I don't think that's how Mourinho behaves. Even Louis van Gaal, who's a dictator, doesn't shake people's hands before the game's over. So, I guess... not bad. By the way, Google now just thought when I said Louis van Gaal that I was trying to search something. So Louis van Gaal...
Okay, Google.
Don't say it, Jake, because they're going to think that, okay... They're
not... say Mourinho.
Yeah. That's my thoughts on Mourinho. I don't like Mourinho. I haven't liked him since he was with Real Madrid. You know, he didn't give us what we wanted, and, you know... he kind of talked a little much for my tastes. That's why I like Carlo Ancelotti. He's quiet and doesn't talk much. By the way, Ancelotti, 3 Champions League titles. That's more than Mourinho has, and Mourinho proclaims himself the best coach in the world.
There's so much irony in us not liking people who talk too much and then hosting a radio show and talking for an hour.
That's so true. Okay, well, I think we're good on the Mourinho topic, and I believe we are on to Jake now with some Ronaldo news.
Ronaldo news, yes. I'm on the Cristiano Ronaldo beat. He's been doing pretty well this year. Again, we talked a little bit about maybe he'll be with Man U. His agent Jorge Mendes. No, That's not happening. Jorge Mendes says that Cristiano Ronaldo will not rejoin Manchester United, and he is with Madrid to the death. Now, if we would like to really be soccer pundits, we have to take everything he says literally, and by reading this, I am going to assume that Cristiano Ronaldo will be going to Atletico Madrid and signing a lifelong contract with them next year.
Who wants to marry NHL 15?
Yeah, Brand Marchand, please don't marry video games.
That's disturbing. But you know what? I'm not surprised. I did say it on the show. I don't think that's true, to be honest. Look, Mendes has to cover for Ronaldo. You can't go around saying, if the agent goes around saying, he's going to go to Man U, he's going to go to Man U, he's going to go there, he's going to go there. Real Madrid's not going to be happy. They have contractual obligations. I guarantee you they've had conversations about whether or not he will return. And I think we're far from the point where we actually have to judge it. Look, next summer just seems unlikely for him to leave either way. 2 summers from now, I could see it happening. I think that conversation will be had. But to say that he is going to be there till the death, when this guy, is he 30 yet? I think he just hit 30. 29. He's not even 30 yet. That's a good, 9 years away from retiring. He'll probably go to a couple other places, end up in Man U for 2 years, head over to the MLS for a year, then find his way to some little league in China before settling down in an Elders YMCA league. That's probably the course of his career. It's a little early to say whether or not he'll be there till the very end. Okay, Byron, thoughts on Ronaldo?
All right, well, he definitely has a lot of time left in his career, and I think you bring an interesting point about that they have contractual obligations to say that. You can't just say he's going to Man U. At the same time, how firmly he said it that he's going to be staying. I mean, Ronaldo's happy in Real Madrid. There's been rumors, of course, for a long time, but he's happy there. In Real Madrid, although they had a rough start, it seems like they're coming back into it now. He's making a lot of money at Real Madrid. He has a nice house. I'm sure he has a great quality of life there. For him right now, I don't think there's any push to go to Manchester United, especially because they have, they're getting better now, but they've been in a mess in a few weeks ago. So, I think he's happy at Real Madrid. I don't think he has any reason to leave. He has a great team around him that he can really succeed with and go as far as possible. Will he stay for the rest of his career? I don't know, but I really don't see a reason for him to leave anytime soon.
Okay. Last topic, unless, Jake, I feel like you talked at the beginning, right? Or do you want to talk?
I said he'd go to Atletico Madrid, so no, not really. Well, at least his agent isn't a fraud. We believe him. I don't know if you guys heard about the whole Danny Welbeck incident about how his agent, Jonathan Hope, was able to fraud after an Arsenal deal. But with Ronaldo, I think Man U does not need an offensive player like Ronaldo. And keep in mind, by the way, he has scored more goals this season than all La Liga teams except for 2. That's incredible. He's thriving there. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. It's not broke. He won't be leaving.
Okay. We move on now. Some changes to the UEFA Champions League. These were expected. I mean, they had to come at some point. The seeding will finally change. And I think it's for the better. Finally, FIFA, you know what? I want to applaud. No, this isn't actually FIFA. It's UEFA. I want to applaud UEFA. I want to applaud Platini because this guy actually does something about the issues. He hasn't stood around and said, oh, bribery, oh, overspending. He actually went out. He employed UEFA fair play. He's done all these things. I can't say the same for Sepp Blatter. But finally, the Champions League will be making some changes with the champions from the top 7 Europa Leagues going into Pot 1 alongside the holders. It used to be that it was based off of the club coefficient, which meant Arsenal could end up as one of the top of the groups without actually winning a title. This is how it's going to work. top 7 clubs from Spain, England, Germany, Italy, Portugal,